Hello there, Capricorn. It is so good to see you again. I am Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your June general tarot reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we're going to go to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I would really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. Okay, let's see what we have here. Porcupine Spirit, time for a beginner's mind. You know, that is, I love that energy because that means you are starting a new cycle. You are, you're going forward, understanding that, okay, everything isn't going to be smooth sailing. You have a learning curve perhaps coming up, but you're okay with that. Not to get too prickly about any of the little obstacles that may come on your path just because you're in a new cycle or you're starting a new situation, job, relationship. Okay, what do we have here? Your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah. So I really feel like you are starting this new chapter in a way, trying to bring something into your life. And it's, if there's an energy of you're getting frustrated because when you start something new, sometimes you can get a little frustrated in the fact that, you're coming across little obstacles that you weren't expecting. Or they seem overwhelming at the time, but there's a situation here where if you just make a practical plan, okay, all of those little obstacles are going to quickly not matter as much, because here is all that glitters. It's about understanding that underneath all of the little obstacles that you're going through right now, this learning curve, right, that there is gold underneath. This is a good cycle. This is something that you really want to bring into your life. So it's a little bit of a sense of, it's more than perseverance. I think it's a little bit about having a plan to bring your dream in. It's interesting because, this is the full moon in Taurus. We're just coming out of Taurus season. We're going into Gemini season. During Taurus season, that's where we were looking at those routines that we have every day, trying to put, more effort into the daily things that we need to do in order to make our dreams come true. And I feel as if you are being asked to continue that. Even though you may be trying to manifest something new in your life, you may feel a little bit more dreamy about your life now that we are in Gemini season. But it's about not letting go of those things that you need to do on a daily basis that you may have started during Taurus season. You started those, but it's about keep those up. Keep going with what it is that you're doing. Wow. Lovely, lovely energy. Temperance on the bottom. Having patience with yourself. I'm also getting the word tweaking. There may be times where, you have a plan, but you may need to tweak it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not that there's something wrong with your plan. Right? It's just new obstacles or it's the word is obstacles. They're little teeny tiny things, but it's kind of like, okay, don't throw the plan out just because you come up with a little obstacle that you didn't think about, right? Because you're in a new chapter. Okay, so let's say, I don't know. They're saying red pens. Okay, so I used to be a teacher. I did not like red pens. I was one of those teachers that, didn't like red pens. But say, you're going to be a teacher. This is your first year of teaching. So you're starting a new cycle. You're starting something new. And so, you go to school the first day and then, you don't have any red pens. Okay. But you have figured out you're giving the students a test on the first day It doesn't make sense. But anyway, you have your plan for the day, your lesson plan for the day. You go through the day, right? And you have your lesson plan. At the end of the day, you give the kids a quiz on the very first day of school. That is just mean. But anyway, you give the kids a quiz and then you go to correct the quiz and you realize you don't have any red pens, right? It's okay. Well, the plan doesn't need to be thrown out just because you don't have a tool or a skill. It's about understanding, okay, well, I just have to go by the store on the way home and I'll pick up some red pens, right? It's understanding that the plan doesn't need to be thrown out. What needs to be tweaked is your skill or the tools necessary in order to create what it is that you're trying to create, because you have the Empress energy here. You know, this is trying to bring new things into your life, new people, new situations. You know, for some of you, it could be a new business that you're trying to start, a new home. I'm hearing new home. You know, the Empress understands that there are going to be, you know, little hiccups along the way. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know, for any of you that have, you know, ever been pregnant, you know, the baby, when it's still in the mother's womb, can get hiccups, you know, and it's a very funny sensation to have the baby hiccuping. And I feel like there's going to be little hiccups along the way. Well, you know, just because the baby is hiccuping, you know, it's not, oh, well, there's something wrong with the baby or wrong with the plan. No, it's just a hiccup. Those things are going to happen along the way. And just kind of like maybe, you know, having a lighter attitude about the little hiccups or obstacles that are going to be on your way. Not feeling... I feel like there's a little bit of, you know, oh no, hiccup came in. I've got to, you know, ditch the plan and go in a new direction. Because there's almost a sense of the plan is wrong then, or there's something wrong with this situation, so I've got to give it up. Yeah, good. Knight of Wands, taking action. This is a really nice reading, Capricorn. Having the strength to keep working on this, even though there may be a little bit of a hiccup. It could be that what you're trying to create is not bringing in the abundance that you're looking for. It's not taking off as quickly as you wanted. You know, you may have gotten, you know, like one bad, you know, like a customer gave you a bad review or something like that. And it's kind of like, okay, that's just something I can work on. You know, I don't have to like completely quit this business or cut out this idea. I'm just going to have the strength to keep on working, to persevere through this, to understand that part of this is learning how to temper, in a way, temper your emotions, so that when a little hiccup comes along, that you don't like, you know, reel out of control, get overly frustrated or overly emotional about the situation. Then you just go, okay, that's all right. I just got to put my nose down and work a little bit harder. So your area of resistance is the Page of Cups. You know, this is about giving yourself a little bit of forgiveness, giving yourself a little kiss of love, patting yourself on the back, that when a hiccup does happen, right, that you just say to yourself, well, I didn't think of that. I didn't, you know, I didn't think that I was going to need red pens. Well, maybe I should have thought I should have red pens. But you know what? I just didn't think about it. And that's okay. It's just something that I hadn't thought about. So now I've just got to go and buy some red pens, right? It's not the end of the world. And I think that that's what is being said here, is not to worry if things go, you know, a kilter, right? There's so much going on in like the world and right now that, you know, some of that could be playing havoc in your idea or your business or whatever project this is. That could be, you know, affecting it a little bit, and instead of thinking, oh, my idea is bad, just understanding that there could be some outside forces that you can't control that are affecting this. So it's about, okay, how am I going to work through this? How can I change or tweak my plan a little bit in order to still find success in this idea? So what do we have with the Page of Cups? Yeah, Knight of Wands. I do feel like there's this situation, something is not moving along as quickly as you wanted to. So it's leaving you in this energy of, well, I don't know. I guess this isn't really what I really wanted, the Nine of Cups, I don't think this is what I really wanted because I'm feeling a little bit discontented about it. But there's this energy of just give this idea a little bit more love. Give yourself a little bit more love. Be a little bit more forgiving of this situation. Because right around the corner is this new burst of inspiration. You may be a little concerned that you're not going to think of the new idea or the tweaking of the plan. Sometimes Capricorn, earth signs can get kind of like bogged down in what is, their idea has to be right. Okay. And then if you have an energy sometimes that, well, this idea is right. I have to follow my original plan because that's the right plan. Sometimes if you get too bogged down in that, right, you make the journey harder for yourself. There's almost like a little bit of a stubborn energy of understanding you're just tweaking it, that there's nothing really wrong with your plan. You just may need to tweak in it. I'm almost hearing the word soften it. Soften your approach. It's definitely like adding a softer approach to this. And I feel like a softer approach to yourself. I feel like you're being really hard on yourself at this time. Yeah, it's, oh my goodness, this is lovely. Six of Cups. There's something about dropping the burden of your mental anguish. Once again, there's this sense that you are resisting the good in this situation because it's almost as if a little bit of stubborn. I made up my mind about how I was going to do this, and I have to stay on that path. Well, it's not that you're necessarily leaving the path. It's, okay, they're saying this. Okay, let's go back to you're a teacher. And the first day of school, right, you have this, really amazing outfit. You really spent time picking out your outfit for the first day of school. You wanted, you picked it out because you wanted the students to know that you respected yourself, you respected your position as their teacher. You also wanted it to be, welcoming to your students so that they would, feel like, yes, that you were in charge of the room, but at the same time you were approachable, okay? And so you wear this outfit. But one of the things you didn't think about was that you were going to be on your feet all day. So you wore, maybe you wore some really nice shoes that went with the outfit, but they were totally uncomfortable. Maybe the heel was too high, or they were too small, or too tight, or whatever. So you were kind of like, well, I can't ever wear that outfit again. That outfit is wrong. I got to throw the whole outfit out. Well, actually, the outfit really impressed your students. It sent the message that you were wanting to send to your students. The only problem is that your shoes were uncomfortable. So what can you do about that? Well, you could go buy a different pair of shoes to go with that outfit, that same outfit, but shoes that are more comfortable so that you're more comfortable. I feel like it's something, of course it's not about shoes, but you're almost making this harder on yourself because you're wanting to throw out the whole plan. It's just about buy a different pair of shoes. The outfit is amazing. You're getting this inspiration when you realize, wait a minute, I don't have to scrap the whole plan. I just have to, think about, go back to the shoes, the teacher, the first day of school, right? It's kind of like almost you're going to the extreme. It's almost like, well, that outfit didn't work, so I'm not going to be a teacher. Well, that would be really, right? That would be really going to the extreme. It's kind of like, no, all you have to do is celebrate that your idea is good. Your plan is actually good. It's just a matter of tweaking, about dropping the burden of feeling like you have to be right about something. I feel like the burden you're dropping is, oh my goodness, I have to wear those shoes. No, you don't have to wear those shoes. You can wear a different pair of shoes. Interesting. Because I feel like when you understand that it's your idea is good, is about just moving forward with a tweaked plan, your emotions about this whole situation calm down. Remember, we had that at the beginning. It's about understanding that you have the strength to get through this. It's about not allowing your emotions to run away with you. Your emotions running away with you would be, oh my goodness, I wore these terrible shoes and my feet hurt all day and that's it. I'm not going to be a teacher. No, we need good teachers. You're a good teacher. It's the shoes that are wrong, not you. That's what you have to, and your plan isn't wrong. I feel like there's almost this energy of, either it's right or wrong. It's about being a little bit more flexible with your thinking here. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. This is all part of a lesson. You're actually, you are really, you're kind of coming into your own as far as this is a little obstacle to get you on to the right path of having this come to fruition the way that you want it to. Okay, so Capricorn, here's your energy with the Devil card, but it is a little bit too here about being attached to how you move forward. Feeling like, no, I have to do it this way. And if I don't do it this way, then forget it. I'm not doing it at all. Because if you stay attached to that, all you're going to do is bring yourself sadness, right? Disappointment. Because it's because I feel like you're almost about to give up on something. There's something that you're kind of like giving up on, like a dream or, a project you have started or a business or love. You may have just like, no, I'm giving up on love. But it's not about giving up on your dream. Your dream is amazing. It is something that the universe wants you to bring into fruition. Right? You're on the right path. You are going to bring this in. It's about understanding that you just need to soften your approach with it. Because look, you're getting ready to step into the next chapter with this. It's such a lovely energy. You are learning through this how to control your emotions so that you don't allow your emotions to hinder your progress. Wow. Really nice. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? Yeah, I feel like, I kept saying soft. Like you may be feeling like the harder I work at this, the more it'll happen, right? But it's almost as if you are working so hard, but you could make this so much easier for yourself. It's just like, okay, if you would allow yourself to wear more comfortable shoes, right? Your day as a teacher would have gone so much more easily, right? We've all been in situations where we just had the wrong shoes on, right? And it was like, why did I wear these shoes, Yeah, we've all done it, right? And it's kind of like, just make it easier on yourself. You know, wear more comfortable shoes. All right, in what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of yourself? Yeah, so I really do feel like it's almost this sense of you're making this whole situation harder on yourself. It's about giving yourself a little love, right? Of allowing yourself to play a little bit more, or just understanding that, you know, if you were to tweak some part of your plan, it just wouldn't be so hard. It's almost like you're making this harder on yourself. All right, communication. I effectively communicate and clarify my needs in order to achieve my goals. You know, maybe it is something about, you know, expressing yourself to someone in this situation, or even to yourself. Sometimes the best thing we can do is have that conversation with ourselves and say, you know, Mary Sue, why did you think that those shoes you were going to be you could stand on your feet all day long wearing those shoes, right? And in the back of your mind, you know, I can see, well, but they're so cute. Like, I just had to wear those shoes. I just love those shoes. And then you're stumbling around all day because your feet hurt and you're in a bad mood or whatever. And it's kind of like, yeah, okay, I just need to go get some new shoes, or I need to allow myself to wear more comfortable shoes. There you go, right? I mean, it is true. We all do this, right? We all, you know, we get it stuck in our head. We get something stuck in our head. And then it's kind of like, okay, no, I have to keep that. You know, yeah, no, that I have to wear those shoes. Those shoes, you know, whatever. But it's about allowing yourself this mindset. And I feel like here at this time, in this part of this cycle, you know, is about understanding that, okay, you're just changing your mind about a part of this. And I feel like all that glitters, there could be a little bit like you don't want to give up on this because, you know, like, okay, go back to the shoes. The shoes, you know, say a lot about the person, okay? And it's kind of like, yeah, you don't want to give up some part of your image. There's some part of your image you don't want to give up. So you're kind of like staying in this serious mode, making yourself, you know, work harder and harder. You're already the most hardworking zodiac sign, right? It's about understanding, okay, you don't have to work so hard. Go play a little bit. You know, you may be tying your identity to your work so much that you're almost like overworking yourself. But it's kind of like let up. You can let yourself, you know, give yourself a little bit of love. There you go. All right, Capricorn, I am going to leave it there. I do wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. If you did resonate, please consider like, commenting, or subscribing. And I do personal readings if you're interested. The link is in the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Bye for now.